Hey there, it's Sam. Welcome to today's podcast. I'm very happy to have you here today. And today we'll talk about a very important part of the English grammar. Two words that a lot of people get lost about how to use them. And today you'll learn how to effectively use them. And again, guys, what I'm going to give you is an easy way to learn them without necessarily memorizing that list of grammar points. So let's talk about 2 and 4. It's very common for you at the beginning of your learning process, even after quite a long time studying, to get in trouble with using this, guys. And I will give you 2 words to put into your mind the definition for the use of this, guys. So 2, action, okay? So action. When you use 2, you have to think first of the word action, and second of this concept, connecting point A to point B. And I'll explain that to you now, okay? So let's suppose I say, I give this pen to you, okay? So I give this pen to you, okay? So you can see here that I'm using 2, okay? To connect, okay? My action to you, okay? So we could go around that for point A, point B, okay? So that's point A, point B. Me, point A, okay? I have the pen, to you, giving to you the pen, okay? Another good example is this one. I like to practice exercises. A lot of people learn this specific structure by understanding parallel verbs, and the verbs in the infinitive form. But I'll give you a very interesting tip to memorize, and never forget again to put 2 in this kind of situation, okay? The second verb after the subject has 2. So let's say, I like to practice exercise, okay? First verb, like. Second, practice. So before practice, the second verb, you need 2. I like to practice exercises. Another example is, I have to go now. I have to go now. I have to go now. So I have the first verb, have, and the second, to go, okay? So there, the second verb, okay, or the verb in the infinitive form, you need 2, okay? So let's see one more example where you have to use 2 to connect point A to B, okay? I go to work by car, okay? So I go to work by car. Wherever I am here now, and I go to work by car. So that's you connecting point A to point B, okay? So let's see one more example, okay? I go from Campinas, my city, to São Paulo in 35 minutes, okay? So I go from Campinas to São Paulo in 35 minutes. So Campinas, point A, São Paulo, point B, okay? So if you get these 2 ideas for when using 2, you'll be fine, okay? You will get a better view of on how to use this, guys. So 2, action, okay, or connecting point A to point B. Let's talk now about 4, okay? What I want you to memorize now for when using 4 is that first, we use 4 to express or question, okay? We use it to express favor, okay, and or purpose, okay? So let's go with this, favor and purpose, okay? I will buy something for you, okay? And another example, can you open the door for me? Okay, so again, a favor. Another good usage is this one, okay? I need my computer for work. I need my computer for work. So can I say, Sam, I use my computer to work? Yes, but the main idea of this sentence is the action. I use my computer to work, okay? I need my computer for work. So I need my computer for the purpose, okay, of my job. So for work, that's the difference. So that's what I'm trying to express. Does that make sense to you? One very interesting point for you to have in mind, guys, is that I will never, ever, ever have a verb, okay, a verb in the infinitive form, okay, a normal verb. For example, work, study, practice. I will never have a verb after 4. So I will never say, for example, let me think. I like to study for learn more. Okay, no. I like to study to learn more. If I want, okay, to add 4, if I want to add 4 to a sentence, and after I want to put a verb, There are specific cases, so you're not gonna put any verb after for just like that. But a good way for you to see is that if you want to put a verb after for, okay, a verb, you have to use this verb in the ing form. Okay, so let me think of a good example for you. Okay, I like these shoes for dancing. Okay, I like these shoes for dancing. That's a good example of when, okay, I have a verb after for, but in this case it's very clear and very important for you to have in mind, okay, that the verb is in the ing form. So I like these shoes for dancing. Okay, does that make sense to you? I hope you like these tips. Once again, guys, English is about practice. A lot of people, they get nervous, desperate. They're like, oh my God, I'm studying English for a long time and I don't learn. I can't speak. My question is, how many times a week do you practice? How many times a week do you create content out of what you're studying? I've talked about it in one of our latest podcasts. I will always talk about it. It doesn't matter how many times you go to school. If you don't make English, okay, part of your daily life, you will not be able to consistently learn, okay? But Sam, a lot of people, they learn English by watching series. A lot of people learned English by watching Friends. Yes, they do learn because that's something they like. That's something that they frequently do. Yes, of course they're going to learn. Once again, there is consistency. Okay, the person is playing video games every day. The person is accessing or practicing, having contact with the language on regular basis. So having contact, the frequency of the contact you have with the language is very important. I hope you use these tips to make your English better day by day. It was nice to have you here. I see you next time. Bye bye.